Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Cancer, October 1, 2024. Circumstances may be such that you consider letting go of a bad habit today. With Mars moving into a favorable aspect to Saturn in your sign, you might express yourself with more authority, power, and credibility. You are tempering your energy and displaying patience, and people are listening. You're also taking your needs for entertainment, romance, or diversions quite seriously, and you might put energy into plans that help you achieve a goal related to personal fulfillment and pleasure. You readily embrace a deliberate pace, finding it more satisfying to get things right. Not everything works best spontaneously, as some things benefit from planning ahead. One of the most significant periods of the year for your personal and romantic life is upon you today and tomorrow. As mighty Mars, the red planet of passion, sizzles through your solar house of true love, romance, and recreation, he will look at the great taskmaster, Saturn, now orbiting in your solar house of identity, your zodiac sign. This could be the day singles meet a soulmate who could end up being their forever flame. If casually dating, you may instead make a significant promise to someone to weather the storms of life together side by side. This could be love. Is there a financial fear that you ought to address? Think about how your insecurities impact your overall financial stability when the Sun in Libra and Mercury in Libra conjunct the South Node in Libra. You may realize that so much could influence your financial decisions and mindset. Childhood issues, fear of debt, and more could surface. Although this is an intense time, it can help you reassess what you need to work on to feel financially secure and stable. Work through your financial fears to feel economically empowered. You are one of the most physical of all the astrological signs. Do you have a daily or weekly exercise program that you follow religiously? If you don't, you should. This is recommended for people of any age. The vital energy that you derive from regular physical activity affects your mood, your ability to concentrate, your diet, and your romantic life. Keep the blood moving and you will be a happier person all the way round. Today, you're going to have a moment of pause, a relaxation period when you can take stock. The vibrations of the moment will be encouraging you to sort out the people in your life who are just acquaintances and those who are your real friends, what your profound desires are as opposed to those imposed on you from outside, and the superficial from the eternal in a serious way. You are hesitating about making a complete change in your comportment so that you can adapt more gently to situations, notably with your friends and family. But you have a supple mind so that you always fall on your feet. Be aware of this. With the moon spending its final hours in your work sector, it is aligning favorably with both planets in your income sector at the same time that the Sun and Mercury are starting their first weekend in your financial sector. This alignment makes it crucial to maintain balance between money coming in and money going out. To keep things balanced, the Sun and Mercury are looking toward the future regarding how you manage your finances, while, on the other side of this financial equation, planets in retrograde motion within your income sector are focused on revisiting past opportunities and exploring untapped income potential. At the same time that the Sun and Mercury are spending their first weekend in your financial sector and are taking over from where Venus, the planet of money, left off after leaving earlier in the week, the moon is spending its final hours in your work sector at a friendly aspect to both planets in your income sector. This is giving you insight into both sides of the financial fence, at a time when there is a lot to be excited about. Our eyes in the sky. The beauty of today's astrological alignment lies in the opportunity for transformation and growth. With the Sun and Mercury opposing the North Node in Aries, you are being called to step into your power and leave behind patterns that no longer serve you. It's as if the universe is presenting you with a crossroads. One path leads to the comfort of the familiar, while the other invites you to take bold steps toward personal evolution and progress. Have you ever had that moment and you realized that staying within your comfort zone was actually holding you back? Maybe it was a job you stayed in for too long, a relationship you clung to out of fear of the unknown, or even a habit that was easier to maintain than to break. We've all been there, stuck between what we know and what we dream of achieving. Today offers the perfect moment to break free. It might feel a little scary at first, but sometimes growth comes from stepping into the unknown with courage and trust. You are ready for this. Ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today toward a healthier, more empowered version of yourself? There's something so special about knowing you're part of a Team ORA community where your contributions are valued. If you've been craving that sense of unity, today is the day to nurture it. Send that message, make that call, or reach out to someone you've been meaning to connect with. Have you ever noticed how even the smallest efforts toward connection can lead to deeper bonds? When we come together with the right intentions, we can achieve so much more than we could on our own. That said, while it's wonderful to embrace social interactions and team spirit, don't forget to carve out time for yourself. Have you ever spent a day surrounded by people, only to feel drained by the end, even if the experience was positive? Socializing is beautiful and necessary, but so is solitude. Taking moments to recharge ensures that when you're with others, you're fully present, energized, and able to give your best self. So if you're feeling the need to step back for a bit, honor that feeling. Give yourself permission to recharge, knowing you'll return even stronger and more centered. On a practical note, today's momentum is incredibly favorable for those of you who've been working toward personal or professional goals. Have you ever felt that satisfying rush? When all your hard work starts to pay off, and everything you touched seems to fall into place? That's the energy surrounding you right now. Whether you've been grinding on a project, building toward a career milestone, or managing financial matters, expect to see tangible progress. Keep riding this wave of success, and remember to acknowledge how far you've come. You've put in the work, and you deserve to enjoy the rewards. So if things are finally coming together, celebrate Theta Euro, you've earned it. Now, let's talk about relationships, because just as you're finding balance in your work and social life, the same theme applies to your personal connections. Have you been feeling like your relationships are either too intense or too shallow? Life has a funny way of swinging between extremes, but today is a great opportunity to find that sweet spot where relationships feel both meaningful and lighthearted. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or even family dynamics, ask yourself, how can I bring more balance into my relationships? Maybe you've been taking things a bit too seriously lately and could benefit from letting loose and having fun, or perhaps it's time to deepen a connection that's been more surface level. Either way, today's energy supports you in making those adjustments. And lastly, if you've been feeling bogged down by the daily grind, know that you're not alone. We all have days when the routine tasks start to feel like they're piling up, and it seems like nothing is moving forward. Maybe you've been feeling stuck or uninspired, and that's perfectly okay. But isolating yourself or getting frustrated won't make things easier. Have you ever tried to tackle everything on your own, only to feel even more weighed down by the pressure? Today's energy is a reminder that you don't have to go it alone. Whether it's reaching out to family, friends, or colleagues, asking for help or simply talking things through can make all the difference. Sometimes, just knowing someone else is there to support you lightens the load.